Hello, I am Blake Macaber Villaga. I am here to present the PowerPoint presentation of Group 1. Before I start, do you know about what is the materials of the Earth and how it is important? Without further ado, I will start my presentation. Materials of the Earth. Question: what happens when rock breaks down? Do you have any idea on what will happen if the rock breaks down? If you don't know, don't worry, we will guide you. Once a rock has been broken down, a process called erosion transports the bits of rock and minerals away. Examples are water, acid, salt, plants, and changes in temperature are all agents withering and erosion. Once a rock has been broken down, a process called erosion transport. So now, you know the answer in the question. Let's go to the another part. Summary. Earth Materials is redesigned under a core-to-core concept umbrella covering content spanning mineralogy, petrology, earth processes, embracing active learning, collaborative learning, process of science, research, writing presentation skills, and field experiences. Contextualizing geological content with a case studies local, regional, global geology, human uses of the Earth in a sense of how Earth evolves over time is paramount. What are Earth materials? Do you know? Then, the next you will take a walk. Think about what are you walking on? What is the Earth made of? The outermost layer of the Earth is known as the crust, and this layer is responsible for the majority of the life on Earth. It supports the growth of plants, the survival of animals, the structure of our land, and the development of the human civilization. The Earth crust has four main components which are referred to Earth's materials. These materials include minerals, rocks, soil, and water. It is the combination of these materials that make life on Earth possible.
Good day everyone, I'm here to present the PowerPoint presentation of Group 1. But before we start, do you have any idea what is mineral, rock, and soil is and how it is important? Without further ado, I will start my presentation. Minerals. Let's start with minerals and look at them in more depth. Minerals are naturally occurring organic solids that have a crystalline structure and defined chemical composition. Minerals are referred to as naturally occurring because they are formed through natural biological processes. Minerals are non-living and have a crystalline structure, meaning the atoms that make up the minerals are arranged in an orderly three-dimensional pattern that repeats itself. Minerals are said to have a definite composition because all minerals are made up of specific proportions of certain elements. There are over 4,500 different minerals identified on Earth. Each has a unique combination of crystalline structure and chemical composition. Salt is an example of a mineral. If you look closely at a grain of salt, you will see that it is a solid that has a specific shape and pattern. That is mineral about. I hope you guys knew learn something about minerals.
Example of materials of the earth is rock. Rocks. Now that we know that minerals are, we can discuss rocks. Rocks are defined as naturally formed aggregates of minerals or mineral-like substances. Rocks can be made up on one type of mineral, several minerals, or no one minerals at all. Limestone is a rock is comprised of the mineral calcite. Many crystals of calcite are cemented together to form limestone. Granite is a rock that is comprised of several different minerals, including quartz, biotite, potassium feldspar, and plagioclase feldspar. Coal is an example of rock that isn't comprised of any minerals, but instead is mineral made of decomposed organic matter. Picture above is the representation of rocks.
Hi, I am John Pulalano, Section Latina, I am Group 1. This is my presentation on Earth and Life Science. I explain what are the example of materials of the Earth. What is example of materials of the Earth? The one example of materials of the Earth is rock. Different kind of rocks: sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from pre-existing rocks, pieces of once living organisms. They form the deposit that accumulate on the Earth's surface. Sedimentary rocks often the distant thick layering of bedding. There are three different types of sedimentary rocks. 1. Clastic sedimentary rocks like sandstone from the class of piece of other rocks. 2. Organic biological sedimentary rocks like coal from hard biological materials like plant shell and bones that we compress into the rock. 3. Chemical sedimentary rocks like limestone, halite, and flint formed from chemical precipitation. Metamorphic rocks started out as some other type of rocks but have been substantially changed from the original igneous sedimentary or early metamorphic form. Metamorphic rocks form when they are subjected to the high pressure, high mineral rich, food, or more commonly some combination of this factor. Metamorphic rocks have been two classes: flated and not flated. Flated is the agglutinated or aggregated or flaty minerals like hardblade or mica perpendicular to the pressure that a failed. Example of this is formation can be seen with a granited rock that agrees of process of flation. Non-flated is formed to some way but they do not contain mineral and then they line up under pressure and thus do not have layered appearance to flated rocks. An example this is are anthracite, coal, and marble and quartzite. Igneous rock, any of pyroxene, cycloline, or glacis rock formed by the cooling and solidification of molten iron materials. Igneous rock constitutes one of the three principal classes of rock, then other being metamorphic and sedimentary. Igneous rock can be made of couple different ways. They called interactive or volcanic igneous rock when they are formed inside of the earth. If they formed outside of the earth, they called extractive of volcanic igneous rock. Example of igneous rock: granite, salt, and rhyolite. And that's all. Thank you.
kinds of soil: clay soil, sandy soil, silt soil. Clay soils are heavy, high in nutrients, wet and cold in winter, and baked dry in summer. Sandy soils are light, dry, warm, low in nutrients, and often acidic. Silt soil are light, dry, warm, low in nutrients, and often acidic.
Two kinds of minerals. There are two kinds of minerals: microminerals and trace minerals. You need larger amount of microminerals. They include calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium, chloride, and sulfur. You need only small amounts of trace minerals. Microminerals are calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium, chloride, and sulfur. The trace minerals are iron, manganese, copper, iodine, zinc, cobalt, fluoride, and selenium. Trace minerals are also called microminerals, are essential minerals that the human body must get from food. But unlike microminerals, we only need a very small amount. Even though trace minerals are needed in tiny doses, they are still crucial to our health and development. The recommended daily allowance for most trace minerals is between 0.2 and 15 milligrams. Find below at least of trace minerals, their function, and common foods that contain them.
This is the ending of our presentation. Group 1 members: Blake McIver Villaga, Lordy Ezekiel B. Jordan, Libsy de los Santos, John Paul L. Añas, Lester Flores. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you learn more about materials of the earth. Thank you.